So you've decided you're going to expand into a second or third location. Well, that's awesome and exciting, but really it's scary at the same time. Or maybe you're just relocating from your current building because you're growing and your lease is expiring and you just need some new space. Well, I'll tell you, their challenge is just the same. And because you run a business, you don't have the time or the bandwidth to put on yet another hat and learn how to play part-time real estate developer or even learn the ins and outs of the real estate development process. So stay tuned as we help take some of that mystery out of the site selection process for you. Hey everyone, it's Matt Marsh, founder of Marsh & Partners. Marsh & Partners is a real estate development consulting firm that helps business owners and investors maximize their real estate and transform their businesses. Now, it's more than just a question of what makes a good site for development. It's more than just a question of site selection in general, because your business is unique and your site should enable and amplify your unique operations. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss 5 real estate site selection criteria that you should consider as a small business owner. So let's jump right in. Have you ever wondered why some areas develop faster than others? It's a fascinating thought experiment. It really requires insight into human psychology, micro and macroeconomic conditions, and the natural formation of communities. Growth, it might be spurred because of demographic trends, or it could be because of public utility capacity. Or maybe it's because of quality of life and the cost of living, or it could even be because of political pressures and the local business climate. The point is that whatever the reason, some areas are more prone to growth than others, and the trajectory and direction of that growth, it's an important consideration for you and your business. Not only is it important for your business's bottom line, but it's important for the value of the land and the property as well. And a property in an already highly developed area, it's likely going to be accompanied by more land entitlement challenges. You're not used to leaving money on the table when it comes to your business, so why would you do it with your real estate? Every piece of land has a distinct zoning which dictates what can and can't be done on it. And every municipality has its own guidelines that govern land use and development. You might find the perfect site that's the right size and in the right location, but does it allow for your business's use? Well, if it doesn't allow for your use, what's the likelihood of a successful rezoning? And even if it can be rezoned, are you prepared for the extra time and extra financial commitment that's going to be required to make that happen? Now, I'm not telling you to go out and read the entire development manual, certainly not cover to cover. I haven't even done that. But it's important you understand land use rules exist and that they'll impact your site selection. Now, hiring the right civil engineer and building the right development team around you will help you navigate these challenges, and it's an important step towards success. Talent acquisition and retention, it's a huge problem for companies right now. Employees are more mobile than they've ever been, and the solution's no longer as simple as writing a bigger check than your competitor. What are your ideal candidates looking for? Are you pulling from a local university or another feeder program and proximity of your business is important? Are your employees generally driving from the same geographic area? Or have you adopted a hybrid model and the unique site characteristics are a little bit less important than they would be or they would have been 5 or 10 years ago? Well, spend some time thinking about what your current employees are looking for and what your prospective future candidates would want. Real estate can be a fantastic tool to help solve labor problems. So don't let your site be the reason your competitors beat you for talent. Before you undertake the site selection process, you'll need to know exactly what you're looking for. Marsh & Partners has a site selection and land acquisition due diligence checklist. That's a good place to start. But you'll also want to prioritize your own business's site-specific criteria. Now, consider a couple of the following questions and areas to get you started. Proximity to amenities, access to major highways or heavily trafficked roads, road frontage, the ability for on-site expansion, site ingress and egress. Some sites only allow for right-in, right-out access, signalization, demographic metrics, geographic coverage. It's not an exhaustive list, but you get the idea. And once you've identified all of the site characteristics that are important to you, you'll want to prioritize them by importance. But if you first start with your end goal, which in this case is your ideal site criteria, and work backwards to find the right location, you'll have a much higher likelihood of success. Now, in a perfect world, you'd find the perfect site that matches your criteria and is in your budget. But how often does that actually happen? As a small business owner, cash is king. Every decision's opportunity cost is weighed against alternative deployments of those same dollars. So when you do find a site that appears feasible, at least on the surface, it's important to peel back the layers and take a deeper look. You'll want to identify any site issues that could impact the project budget, especially before you've spent a bunch of money on real estate due diligence work. It's important to assess things like estimating the site work and the land development costs associated with the project, determining what kind of development financing makes sense, environmental risks, potential off-site improvements, because those will impact your budget too. And once you have a strong grasp on costs associated with the site, you can make a much more educated decision about whether the project fits into your overall budget. Now, we have a ton of free content out there about real estate development and site selection. Everything from the keys to successful land acquisition to site selection mistakes. We've also published a free 65-page guide that gives business owners a deep dive into the real estate development process to ultimately make better and more informed decisions. Check out the video description for more info on these resources. And please, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on content to help you through your real estate, investing, and development journeys. You can also check out our website for more real estate insights at marsh-partners.com. Feel free to leave me a comment if there are any other topics you're interested in or you'd like me to cover specifically. And again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button if you want more content like this, and thanks again for watching.